It also goes green sometimes for Oxygen, so you are balanced.
I am, as all things should be, cool, Carl, as they should be. We were speaking earlier about how Oli managed to peak at third in spring last year. Archie, this, if he manages to win it, is going to be his first regional win since RLCS X in winter regional number 2, and his first grand final since fall regional 3 last season. It's been such a long time since any of these guys managed to take any of these accolades home, and what an important season to do so, especially considering the third regional is going to be invite only and so important for those major spots.
And that is the beauty of a new season. New teams all over the place. It's a fresh start for all of these players to really show what they're capable of. The late stage of the tournament with each one of these players. As Joris goes for a gigantic free jump. It might still pay off if Oli can come in and keep his shot down, but he couldn't quite. This is where they all feel they deserve to be, and pre-jumps like that will be their evidence.
If Oli managed to keep his foot over the ball there, it would have just found its way down a touch more, but instead it manages to fall to the KC offense. 37 boost, the fake has to come in. Flicks over 2, the pass can't quite come out as Oli recovers that play. Archie actually leaving that one with 30 boost, but then falls to Joris in the corner, and him and Archie then managed to get the pinch away, but Itachi just lurks and waits and finds that ball. Vatira in the air. The first minute gone without incident.
Vatira is really feeling it though. 10 shots in that first game despite losing it is very silly. And even there, dribbling it past a couple of players, it didn't quite lead to a goal for Karmine Corp, but he's looking incredibly hot. However, oh my goodness, he's got that out. How did that not... I mean, my camera was on Itachi. What happened there?
I don't know. That's the one where I'm going to go to Twitter later and look at the replay that someone's got a screenshot of, and they're just going to farm impressions because of how close that was. That was absurdly close, and they managed to keep it level. KC, that defense, we mentioned it earlier, is phenomenal.
It's the blue wall. It actually is them. There are billion fans watching this, sitting in that goal line, keeping that ball out, blowing it out, making sure it doesn't go in. Are they able to do it again? Oli's coming in. Celtics should be able to just shepherd this one away. And Vatira gets a huge demo in their center. Karmine Corp survived earlier. Now they've taken the lead.
Hardly a worm burn, and more of a worm patter on the header as it just rolls slowly down the pitch. Itachi, though, taking that shot exactly when he needed to. At a mighty 46 miles an hour, Joris, even though he spawned, was never going to be able to get back in time. That demo coming in at the perfect time absolutely surrenders their defense to whatever Itachi sends towards their net.
This time it's been Oxygen who've had more of the attack, but find themselves behind. That might change here with Oli. More amazing saves there from the blue wall. Archie to the ceiling. Joris wants it, so does Archie. That was slightly slow communications from Oxygen. They have to make sure they're not getting carried away. They are likely to score in this game the way things are going so far. They do not need to rush things. Karmine Corp, to their credit, are defending absolutely heroically. Can they still do it? Yes, they can. Joris, another miss. Archie's turn now. He wants to get the second touch to see if a teammate, does he? He's not able to, Stumpy. We can barely slow down. But Karmine Corp are just keeping them at arm's length.
Then when you get a free shot like that from Joris, I think that just needs to be on target. He had the boost to do so as well. We've seen him literally do them earlier today. He just needs to be getting them on target if he's going to want to continue this run that they've had versus Karmine Corp. That was a drawing goal. We'll be seeing a little bit of a different play style come up from both these teams, but instead it falls again to just this slightly clustered attack coming in for Oxygen.
Oh yeah, very clustered indeed. They're all on top of each other there. Happening one too many times so far for Oxygen and Karmine Corp. We know that if your attack is not flawless and precise, they will punish it down the other end. Itachi is as capable as anyone of doing that. Exotic has a pass if he wants it.
Oh,
he tried to force it in the end. It was a nice idea, but Vatira just too far forward in the end.
Yeah, that through ball just kind of became lobbing the ball at your face, by the way, mate.
Big pass.
In the end, he wasn't able to header it into the net, which is a shame.
Couldn't think fast enough, could Vatira, which is rare to say. The man has got very good reflexes. What a touch from Joris. How has he got that one behind him? Again, these negative angle redirects from him are really surprising Karmine Corp over and over.
Exotic trying to find that right wing, but instead only finds Archie, which is not the man that you're going to want on the ball. Exotic rotates back round and jumps at Itachi. Oli takes that same initiative, but instead pushes it further along. Joris with 20 boost gets the flip reset, but no contact on the ball. Now Exotic with a dunk with 0 boost up, and Archie trying to trip him up, and with the boost steal, Archie shuts down that ingenious play from Exotic.
That is so disappointing from the former Semper man that he had no boost there. After that mammoth dunk, he wasn't able to do anything from it apart from watch the ball and his dreams just drifting away in front of him. Now he's suddenly got 50 seconds still to hold on, though. Still 1 goal to the good of Karmine Corp. Shimano going to come forward. They've had all sorts of shots this game. Still no goals. This could be the one. Joris wants to place it over the top of Exotic, who had got back to defend, and Archie It's 50-50. Goes into the corner. Oli is here. Joris, does he have the pass? Does he try and redirect it? Nothing's quite working. Karmine Corp looks so good, Stumpy, when they have a lead to hold.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of making sure that, sure, these shots are coming on. They're quite happy to absorb as many shots as they possibly can. However, they are making a terrible challenge of it for Oxygen to be getting one just to level it back up. Bear in mind that they get 5-6 goals per game against them, and they're shooting down the opposite side. They allow a lot, but my gosh, they score a lot as well.
I mean, there was a side from Jarius. I think that was just the problem. I think maybe without that, maybe he was just too far in the center and gave up on the play. I'm not sure. It could have been that Oxygen were overcommitting, needing a goal. You can't really blame them, but it doesn't matter too much right now. All that does matter is that score at the top of your screen. 2-0 to Karmine Corp, and they will be taking game number 2. 3-0 now. Looking even better for KC.
Before that goal, there was only Itachi had any shots on net, and there were 3 for him, and he scored 2 of them. And our Exotic is 1 for 1 for goals and shots. Batira has got 0 shots so far. They've shot incredibly rarely, but they've managed to have 10 saves on their net. They've allowed around 14 goals, 14 shots as well against them. Yeah, 14, wow. 14 shots against them too. It has been a really strong showing from Oxygen offensively, but Karmine's defense has just been there at every single step.
I think Karmine did so well in making that game the way they wanted it to look. They want it to be a more structured form of Rocket League. Oxygen trying to chuck the house at the Karmine Corp goal. As long as they can weather that storm in each and every game, then Karmine Corp should be okay.